Hello everyone, how you guys today? How you guys doing? This is the third part of the class, the video I'm creating for the purpose of the free class that is coming up soon. So I'm doing that in advance so that can make it it can be readily available. Okay, this is the third video I'm creating now. The first one was a chart of account. The second one was on customer, how to create a customer, and I showed some little details on how to go about that. Now those options I was selecting and the likes, you see how QuickBooks will put them to use, those terms, payment terms of trade and the likes. You see how QuickBooks will put them to use whenever we are actually creating a transaction. So for now, we are not creating transaction now. I want to create down our list. We've created a chart of account, we've created a customer, now we want to create vendor. Next we'll create item and we'll do other things. Then after then we'll now do a transaction. So that is how the flow works, you understand? Okay, now here we are going to deal with vendor. So vendor center is this side. It almost looks like customer center too. So I think most of those options you must have already known them. So let's click on vendor here. You can click on vendor, just like the same thing. You click on vendor here, or go to my shortcut and click on the vendor that is here. This one, let's click on this vendor center here. Okay, to take us to vendor center, which is almost like this customer center we created in the last video we made. Okay, now you can see I only have I have Salifu company. You can see the lots of transactions I carry out with Salifu too. AKA Lover Boy. Yeah, that's Lover Boy. That is AKA. Okay, now let's go to new vendor. So click on new vendor here, and you can see almost the environment is like the customer center I was talking about. So now I have to create for somebody. Okay. Okay, this is vendor name, just like the other one. So let me think of which other person do I want to add up to this transaction, this vendor. Now before I continue, I think vendor, there are who you actually deal with when it comes to buying and selling. When you buy, who you buy from, or who you make payments to, maybe your NEPA bill, maybe your NEPA electricity company, maybe there's a person you buy stationeries from, or maybe there's a filling station you buy fuel from. All these people, as far as you are making payment to these persons, they are your vendor. So let's create one vendor name. Let me just say Total. Let me use a filling station Total. You understand? Let me use Total. Then I'm not using any information here again, and I'm not using Total. I'd like to make use of another. Who will I select now? Who will I select? Okay, let me say Ojo. Or I use Oshiki. Oshiki. That's the name I will recognize how it, understand. Then the company name will be Ojo Val. Oh, don't worry, Ojo Enterprises. Then the full name will be Mrs. Not yet married. Miss. First name is Ojo. The middle name is I think she is Val. Then Edibo. Okay. Miss Ojo Val Edibo. Okay, job title, she is the, let's say, director too. Everybody wants to be the boss. Okay, the phone number there, I can just input any number. Let me just input any number. 08056. That's that. Then I've told you guys on how to go about this other part of the transaction, the record. Then if you want to input the address, let's say you can go down and say Lagos. Lagos. Then you can also do the same thing like I did in the last class. The last video, the previous video before this one, which is for customer, I've explained almost everything, so I'll not waste much of my time here explaining those parts. Also, now payment settings, you can see almost the same. If Eliojo has a unique number that he identified me with in his company, in her company, or in her business, I will actually put that number here. Payment time between me and Eli, let me say she gives me 1%, or let me just say net 15, no percentage, no problem. Print name on check. Anytime I want to write a check to Eli, it should show this name. That is just what it's saying about, talking about. Credit limit. Let me say Eli just also give me, let me say 35,000 credit limit. So if I want to buy on credit, it will not exceed the 35, but it can actually go ahead and do that for me, but it will only warn me that Eliojo doesn't allow above 35. The same billing rate, if he has a rate that he gives to me, just like that price level that I created then for the other Abdurrahman, the same thing here too. You can see fixed hourly rate. So that is that. Then the next one is tax setting. Is it vendor tax ID? That option is, let's leave it like that. Account setting. If there are some kind of options, maybe anytime I want to go with Eliojo, there are some item I actually select, so that whenever I am creating a bill, once I click on Eliojo Enterprise, it will bring up those items. It will memorize it like a memorize them and bring them up, so that I will make use of those ones instead of inputting them one after the other again. Now, additional info. Which vendor type is it? Is it my supplier? Yeah, let me see my supplier. I buy and sell from. Then what is the class? Let's say Abuja 2. So I can have different classes. So if I'm not making use of one, if I'm making use of one class, it's better I don't even use any class at all. But if I'm making use of 2-3 branches or thereabouts, I cannot make use of classes. Or even within your department itself, within your company, you might have various departments. I want to track your transaction based on those various departments. You can also use class to do that. Okay, you can see that is that here. Let's click OK. We've created the information for Eliojo. You can see now Oshiki is showing here. So, but this name will not reflect in any correspondence I'm sending to Eliojo. So you can see the net 15 and all these things. You see how QuickBooks will put them to use whenever I want to create a bill. Okay, that is that for creating vendor. At least I just have to just deal with one and to be fast about it. Okay, hope to see you guys in the next class, next video. Hope you guys understand and enjoy this class. Bye.